You are listening to Radio Long Island City, recorded at our studios near Hell Gate, 9 kilometers north of the Harbor Hill Moraine. And now, the Observatory. The Observatory, Monday the 20th of April, 2026. It is 31 days after the spring equinox. It is 62 days before the summer solstice. And it is 3 days before Earth Day. The sun rises today at 6:09 a.m. Solar noon takes place today at 12:55 p.m. The sun sets today at 7:41 p.m. Civil twilight ends at 8:09 p.m. and nautical twilight ends at 8:44 p.m. The length of daytime today is 2 minutes 31 seconds longer than yesterday. The moon is in its waxing crescent phase and is 15% full at midday. The moon rises today at 7:57 a.m., and then it sets after midnight. The first quarter will arrive on Thursday, the 23rd of April. These are the predicted tides today for Horns Hook. In the middle of the night, high tide, 12:56 a.m., 1 meter 89. In the morning, low tide, 7:13 a.m., minus 9 centimeters. In the afternoon, high tide, 1:33 p.m., 1 meter 55. In the evening, low tide, 7:22 p.m., 9 centimeters. This is the Monday Reservoir Report for New York City. The Delaware Watershed, Cannonsville, 99% full. Papacton, 100%. Neversink, 99%. Rondout, 96%. The Catskill Watershed, Schoharie, 102%. Ashokan, 98%. The Croton System, 101% full. In our shared realm of plants and animals, as we have been observing the trees leafing out, we asked ourselves what were the most common street trees in the city. And actually, the Parks Department has a list of the 5 most common. London plane trees are at the very top of the list, with more than 80,000 individuals in the city. It was, incidentally, the go-to tree for Robert Moses when he built so much of our parks and street infrastructure in the middle of the last century. After that, the honey locust, the Callery pear, the pin oak, and the Norway maple. All these trees are hardy under the often difficult conditions of city life, including soil compaction, small tree beds, wintertime salt, irregular watering, and pollution. And that citywide list does accord with the trees that we observe here in the neighborhood. Commemorations. On this day in 1968, the English politician Enoch Powell made a speech denouncing immigration to the United Kingdom from non-white countries that had once been part of the British Empire. It is known as the Rivers of Blood speech because of the imagery he used to describe what he saw as the perils of immigration. The speech caused major embarrassment to his Conservative Party, and he was expelled from the shadow cabinet. To this day, the speech stands for many as the epitome of bigotry. On this day in 1980, Fidel Castro announced that any Cubans who wished to emigrate to the United States were free to leave, as long as they provided their own transportation off the island. A flotilla of boats of many kinds, organized by Cuban Americans, descended on the port of Mariel, near Havana, to receive those who chose to leave. Almost 250,000 Cubans were brought to Florida. It later turned out that Castro had taken the opportunity to send criminals from prisons and people from mental institutions among the many more who fled. This caused huge problems, as they had to be identified, and Cuba was eventually forced to accept their repatriation. It's one of the only cases when such a thing has actually happened in our long history of immigration. Many thousands of Cubans from the Mariel boat lift were able to build new lives here in the United States. On this day in 2010, the Deepwater Horizon oil drilling rig in the Gulf of Mexico suffered a blowout, leading to a massive explosion and the eventual collapse of the rig itself. The open well gushed crude oil into the Gulf in the largest oil spill in history. It was finally capped on July 15th. Today we wish a happy birthday to George Takei, born on this day in 1937 in Los Angeles. As a child, he was interned with his Japanese-American parents during World War II. Takei, of course, played Lieutenant Sulu in the original series of Star Trek and in several of the following movies. He has long been an advocate for equality and civil rights, and since his coming out in 2005, he has been an important voice for gay rights. Last year, he served as honorary chair of Banned Books Week, an appropriate honor to remember as we celebrate Library Week this week. Happy birthday, George Takei. As Earth Day approaches, we leave you with this thought. In her book, Braiding Sweetgrass, the Native American writer Robin Wall Kimmerer shares indigenous perspectives on our relationship to the natural world. Holding a Ph.D. in plant ecology, and as an enrolled member of the Citizen Potawatomi Nation, she has a deep understanding of both Western and indigenous perspectives. She points out that when we immerse ourselves in the natural world, we ourselves are changed. She wrote this: "Action on behalf of life transforms. Because the relationship between self and the world is reciprocal, it is not a question of first getting enlightened or saved and then acting. As we work to heal the earth heals us." And that is the Observatory, Monday the 20th of April, 2026.